Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Minority Leader, Benny Abante, for his privileged speech. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Minority Leader from the 6th District of Manila is recognized to avail his privilege hour.
Salamat po, kabayan. Mr. Speaker, sa ating mga kaibigan at kasama dito sa House of the People, mga kababayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po'y tumatayo dito ngayong hapon on a matter of personal privilege to discuss the need to abolish the National Telecommunications Commission o tinatawag nating NTC. Hindi sapagkat sa kanilang desisyon kahapon, sapagkat ito po ay nasa isipan ko na ng matagal na panahon na dapat ang mga ahensya ng gobyernong matatawag nating useless, dapat nang tanggalin. The National Telecommunications Commission was created under Executive Order Number 546, promulgated on July 23, 1979, and conferred with regulatory and quasi-judicial functions taken over from the Board of Communications and the Telecommunications Control Bureau, which were abolished in the same order. Then came Republic Act 7925, an act to promote and govern the development of Philippine telecommunications and the delivery of public telecommunications services, which expanded the powers of the NTC as the sole body that exercises jurisdiction over the supervision, adjudication, and control over all telecommunication services throughout the country. For the effective enforcement of this responsibility, Mr. Speaker and my colleagues, it adopts and promotes such guidelines, rules, and regulations relative to the establishment, operation, and maintenance of various telecommunications facilities and services nationwide. Although independent insofar as its regulatory and quasi-judicial functions are concerned, the NTC remains under the administrative supervision of the Department of Information and Communications Technology as an attached agency. However, with respect to its quasi-judicial functions, NTC's decisions are appealable only and directly to the Supreme Court. Here, we have a government body that is supposed to regulate a very powerful and rich industry. Yet, over the years, the incompetence of its officials has resulted in a poorly regulated sector, and that is telecommunications, whose pervasiveness and influence across all classes of society are beyond question. Bakit nga ba isa sa pangunahing programa ni President Duterte na makapasok ang telco sa bansa? Bakit nga ba ho? Dahil sa kapalpakan ng NTC na bantayan ang sektor na ito. Kaya nga kinakailangan pa natin lumikha ng bagong departamento, ang DICT, dahil hindi nagampanan ng NTC ang tungkulin nito. We have an NTC that merely proposes and suggests policies to the industry. Violations of NTC regulations are supposed to be dealt with by suspension, if not cancellation of license to operate. But did the NTC ever suspend or penalize the likes of PLDT, Globe, or Smart? Kahit ang daming issues at problema sa telecoms tulad ng drop calls, unregistered prepaid cards, expensive text messaging fees, phone scams, poor telephone service, lack of interconnection, at marami pang iba. Ang mga kababayan na po natin na siyang gumagamit ng cellphone, tayo ang number 1 sa texting sa buong mundo, mga kaibigan, ay kinakailangan malaman na ang mga bagay na ito. We have seen how inutile the NTC has become. It came out with a memorandum circular that required mobile phone service providers to abide by certain minimum quality of standards. Unfortunately, the Commission does not even have the equipment to do an independent test. My goodness. It has to rely on data submitted by the telcos. When one of the cellular operators was accused of not meeting the required standards, the NTC could not find an independent body that would verify the claims against said operator. The collection of fees by the NTC has increased 12-fold over the decade since 1992. Its budget has increased exponentially in the same period. Given that the complexity of regulatory issues grows proportionately with the size of the industry, the growing disparity between the problems in the industry and the capacity of NTC to respond can no longer be ignored. Do you recall the issue of Service Area Scheme, or SAS? The NTC's forbearance on infractions of some licenses has greatly eroded its credibility as a regulator. When the SAS participants defaulted in their obligations, the Commission had the recourse of revoking their provisional authority to operate, but it did not. Mr. Speaker, another problem facing the NTC is its lack of dynamism to keep up with new technologies, particularly those built around data and internet protocol technologies. Telecommunication companies could, for example, provide mass media services and content, just as cable companies can now easily provide internet-related services, including voice-over IP telephony. Ang mga shows sa TV ay mapapanood mo na sa cellphone at ibang mga gadgets. Ang mga broadcast companies ay ginagamit ng internet bilang platform para sa broadcasting. Nasaan ang NTC? Anong regulasyon ang ginagawa nito? Ang PLDT kumuha ng prangkisa sa Kongreso. Matagal na proseso. Mahal ang bayad pag overseas call o long distance. Pero, pwede ka na ngayon tumawag gamit ang internet. Voice over Internet Protocol o VoIP. Kadalasan libre lang. Merong mga application gaya ng Viber, WhatsApp, Zoom, at Messenger na pwede ka pang mag-video calls. Walang mga prangkisa yan galing sa Kongreso. Anong ginagawa ng NTC? Our National Telecommunications Commission, supposedly in charge of regulating and promoting the telecommunications industry, has turned out to be one of the most inept and useless agencies whose only relevance lies in being another model for sheer wastage of the taxpayers' money. Its failure all these years to invoke sanctions against the companies poorly serving the people's telecommunications need is a perfect reason to abolish it already. But the latest act of the NTC in issuing a cease and desist order against broadcast company ABS-CBN is a slap in the face of Congress and an outright act of defiance. The House Committee on Legislative Franchises in February 2020 urged the NTC to grant provisional authority to ABS-CBN until, as I quote, has made a decision on its application. No less the House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano and Palawan Representative Franz Alvarez, chair of the House Committee on Legislative Franchises, already sent a letter to NTC urging it to issue a provisional authority effective May 4, 2020. The Senate also passed a resolution calling on the NTC to issue a provisional authority to ABS-CBN. The NTC requested for a legal opinion from the DOJ. The opinion given by DOJ Secretary Minato Guevara is to the effect that there is a basis for ABS-CBN to be given authority to continue operating while its franchise renewal is pending to it, and I quote, there is sufficient equitable basis to allow broadcast entities to continue operating while the bills for the renewal of the respective franchise remain pending with Congress. However, a more stable legal environment could be created if Congress, by a concurrent resolution, would authorize the NTC to issue a provisional authority to these broadcasting companies until Congress' final disposition of their franchise renewal bills. End of quote. On this basis, NTC Commissioner Gamaliel Cordova told the House Committee on Legislative Franchises on March 10, under oath, that the NTC will issue a provisional authority to ABS-CBN. Contrary to its previous pronouncement, the NTC issued a cease and desist order directing ABS-CBN to cease operations immediately. I don't care about ABS-CBN. It can be another network. Hayaang binastos at binaliwala ng NTC ang Kongreso. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to
The Deputy Senior Majority Leader.
raise a point of order on the matter of ABS-CBN being discussed in the speech of the Honorable Abante. I move to strike out all the remarks that have to do with ABS-CBN, since it is made clear that it will not be discussed in plenary today, since the rules prohibit this discussion of ABS-CBN, since it is already pending in committee. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion to strike statements related to ABS-CBN is granted.